Psychologists use a variety of methods to measure learning. Depending on the behavior, context, and goals of the study, learning isn't just about memorizing facts, it's about changes in behavior, understanding, and performance over time. Let's explore 7 common ways psychologists measure learning along with examples. First, one of the most directed methods is performance accuracy. This involves measuring how correctly someone completes a task. For example, a student who solves math problems with fewer errors over time demonstrates learning through improved accuracy. Second, psychologists often use reaction time. If someone responds faster to a stimulus over repeated exposure, it suggests learning. For instance, a person identifying words more quickly in a language they're studying shows increased fluency. Third, retention tests are used to measure how much information is remembered after a delay. A student who recalls key concepts from a lecture a week later demonstrates learning through retention. Fourth, transfer of learning is assessed by whether knowledge from one context applies to another. For example, if someone learns to drive a car and then can operate a forklift more easier, that's transfer. Fifth, frequency of current responses is a behavior measure. In operating conditioning studies, psychologists track how often a desired behavior occurs. A child who increasingly uses polite words after reinforcement is showing learning. 6. Error reduction is another key indicator. If a person makes fewer mistakes over time, like a typist who generally types with fewer typos, it reflects learning through practice. 7th, psychologists use self-report measures, like surveys or interviews, to assess perceived learning. These can reveal insights into motivation, confidence, and understanding. Now let's talk about cumulative records, a tool often used in behavior psychology, especially in applied behavior analysis. A cumulative record is a graph that shows the total number of responses over time. The x-axis represents time, and the y-axis shows the cumulative number of behaviors. A steep slope means rapid learning, lots of responses in a short time. A flat line means no new responses, suggesting a plateau or lack of progress. For example, if a therapist is teaching a child to use a communication device, they might track each successful use of it. Over days or weeks, the cumulative record shows whether the behavior is increasing, staying the same, or declining. This helps psychologists adjust interventions and understand how learning unfolds in real time. In short, psychologists measure accuracy, speed, and retention, or visible tools like cumulative records. These methods help us understand how people grow, adapt, and change.